Yeah, I cannot eat right anymore, and I'm a frequent dieter. Hey guys, welcome back. Before I get into this video, I want to make a disclaimer. Content in this video might be triggering to some people who are battling with an eating disorder, so it's okay if you want to click off. This video is made for educational and entertainment purposes, and intuitive eating is not for everyone. If you have questions and concerns about your health and your body, you should go visit your practitioner, a registered dietitian, and your personal trainer. On that note, let's get into the video. Let me talk to you a little bit about my journey. As a young girl, I would always compare myself with other girls in my group, wondering if I was the biggest girl, and if I wasn't the biggest girl, I'd be like, oh, that's okay. But if I was a little bit curvier, I would go home and I wouldn't deserve dinner. So when I was my freshman year of college, I was away from my parents and my mom, and I didn't know what really to eat. So I would eat a whole bunch of pizza and pasta and Starbucks because I can. No one's telling me I can't eat it, and it's right there, so why not take advantage of it? And then that kind of brought down my self-esteem more because I would look at myself in the mirror and be like, wow, I'm a whale. That's crazy. Do I go to university or do I go to SeaWorld? And I actually thought that about me. And my first year of college, and also my second year of college, I was in a major that I wasn't really comfortable or happy with. And I was really wrapped up into partying and drinking, and just that right there just brought me down into a worser mood. And so the only thing that I could focus on was my diet. And so I'd wake up at 5:30 in the morning and cycle and then go throughout my daily life. And if I skipped cycling, that means that I had to skip a meal, and I would feel so guilty about it. And I would only allow myself to have a little treat on a certain day, or if I made a good grade on a test, because then I truly deserve it. And those foods were naughty or bad for me. And what I just said right there, does that kind of relate to you or sound familiar? Those are so influenced by diet culture that it's all around us. You see on YouTube, it's like, get abs in 2 weeks, try this diet and you'll get skinny. What a normal person eats in a day, get six-pack abs, get your bikini body. And one of my favorite registered dietitian who's online, Abby Sharp, she said that bikini body, congratulations, do you have a body? Congratulations, do you have a bikini? There you go. You have a bikini bot, and that's how it should be. And so when I got to UGA and changed my major, I was very scared. I didn't really have that many friends. It was a brand new major, a brand new university, such a big new university. I was very, very nervous. And I turned to working out in my diet because that's the only thing that I could cover and, control. And I think my orthorexia kind of kicked in because that's when I started cutting, and I would only have salad, no salad dressing, and I would weigh out my chicken. I would count my calories, count my macros, count my micros. I went out paint the town red on a Friday night for a chaser. I would use green juice and drink vodka waters. And it was just crazy because the day after me having so much fun with I'd feel so guilty, and I would go into the gym, wake up at 8 a.m. and work out until I physically felt sick because I thought I was detoxing my body and that I needed to eat clean. And the only clean eating you should be doing is washing your fruits and vegetables. So I was really influenced and driven by diet culture. But it was pretty great because I am now taking a couple nutrition classes. I didn't even know what a balanced meal should look like. And so I took a class this spring, and what one of my teachers called it was mechanical eating. And it was so that people know when to eat without physically very, very hungry. When your blood sugar drops and you feel queasy and you feel like you can eat a whole horse. So 1/4 veggies, 1/4 fruits, you got your 1/4 protein and 1/4 grains, and have water as your drink choice. And I didn't even know what a balanced meal looked like until I took one of my classes, which I'm very thankful for that. And then I got into intuitive eating just about a month ago, and let me tell you, it changed my life. The funny thing is, intuitive eating is not a diet. I've tried everything, all the diets out there, frequent dieter right here. My introduction should be, hey, my name is frequent dieter, and I would hate myself every single time I couldn't stay on a diet. And it's like, wow, you want your body to look like this, but you can't even stay on a diet. Like, do you not want it that bad? And I would just constantly be at war with food. What is intuitive eating? Basically, intuitive eating makes you the expert of your own body and its hunger signals. It was created by 2 registered dietitians, and their book is right here, which is an awesome read. And I'm not an expert in intuitive eating, so make sure you go check out their book, and I'll link a couple of other YouTube videos that I found super informational and super fun to watch down below. Intuitive eating really helped me figure out when I was hungry and when I was full. And you're like, Becca, that should just be instinct. Like, you should know when you're hungry and you're full, but not necessarily. I was constantly doing a diet and following rules, and I didn't really know when I was hungry or when I was full. And I'm an emotional eater, so I turned to food to make me happy. And the way that you do it is, you start with mechanical eating, and that's where you eat 3 times a day with 2 to 3 snacks. And right here is a plate of what a balanced meal looks like, so you know what you should be eating and how much carbs and how much vegetables and proteins you should be getting in. You start off with mechanical eating. It somehow makes it so you're satiated and satisfied with your meals, and so you don't go and binge on food. Where you start off is you completely eliminate the diet culture, so you don't view foods as naughty or bad or good or rewarding. Now you're wondering, Rebecca, does a bag of chips and an apple, are they viewed the same? A bag of chips and an apple are totally completely different when you're talking about nutrient foods. And the way that I viewed it is, in the first week, it was kind of hard and challenging for me to eat 3 meals a day, and the stigma of like, oh my god, I'm going to get fat. Like, how is this a thing? I'm eating 3 meals a day and I'm eating carbs and grains, and like, that's crazy, and I get to have snacks. Like, what? You have no set weight loss. It's not a weight loss diet. It's not a diet at all. It's a lifestyle. And in the long run, it's a lot easier to maintain, and sustainability level goes up. Yeah, at first I ate a whole bunch of chocolate cake, and I ate a whole cake. And the thing is, you're like, Becca, you ate a whole cake. That's not healthy. But I really sat down at the end of eating the chocolate cake. I was like, do I really like chocolate cake, or am I just eating it just to eat it? And I realized that the cake lost all of its power over me when I said, Becca, you can have as much as you want. And so the next couple of weeks, I didn't really want chocolate cake, and I had a few snacks of like hot Cheetos and a scoop here and a scoop there, but I was really able to eat in moderation, which is super cool, because once I know things aren't off limits, it's like, press the red button, and all you want to do is press the red button. The food lost all of its power over me, and once I knew I could have it and I didn't restrict it from my diet, it was crazy, because I got a cupcake and I was like super excited. I love Whole Foods cupcakes, and I was so excited to eat it, but I saved it for later after my meal, which was super crazy, because I knew, hey, like, I can have a cupcake and I could save it for later. But before, I definitely would binge and eat all of it and eat like a whole bunch and be like, you know what? Yeah, I ruined my diet today, so why not have the whole bag of chips, 5 pieces of bread, and pasta? Where to start intuitive eating or how to change up your life or your lifestyle. According to the Journal of Counseling of Psychology involving college women, intuitive eating just involves the awareness of your body, of your food, and of your happiness. People who eat intuitively choose foods that help their body function and view taste as just one of the factors involved in food. So, some of the tips and tricks that kind of helped me out a little bit is just to slow down the pace of my eating, really enjoy food. I know that I can have these foods and that I'm not going to not have them or restrict them from my diet, and I can have them whenever I want. And it just really made so that I enjoyed and found pleasure from eating. The funny thing is, I've actually acknowledged what type of foods I liked and disliked and neutral about. I really like chickpea burgers, which is crazy because I would never view myself eating chickpeas. I've included flax seeds and turmeric into my diet and realized that when I eat a whole bag of hot Cheetos, that I necessarily don't feel good after eating them. I get bloating, my stomach hurts, my skin doesn't look that well, and I realize that I can have a handful of hot Cheetos and not feel guilty about it, and my body, really agrees with me. In the mornings, I love to wake up and drink some hot coffee and sprinkle a little bit of chocolate powder on top. And necessarily I don't need the chocolate powder, but I enjoy chocolate powder, and it just sets my day off as having a positive environment and a positive mood, and that's really helped me out. I eat away from distractions. As a college student, I want to eat super fast, and I usually eat in front of my laptop while I'm studying, but now I put everything down because I'm not really getting in or retaining that information while I'm eating. So now I sit down with my glass of water and I really get to enjoy my food. I'm not distracted about how much food I'm putting in, or my hunger signals really come into play. And I am just overall aware of mindful eating, of what I'm eating, what I'm putting into my body, the nutritious amount in each foods. I don't view any food as bad or naughty or good. I just view food for my body. And the crazy thing is, I am reaching for more whole grains. I'm reaching for more dark, leafy greens and just good proteins like chicken. And the funny thing is, my palate has been super broad, and I've enjoyed a lot of spices, and I've just enjoyed food in general when I actually thought food was the enemy. But now I just love to cook and I love to eat, and I'm not reaching for the bag of hot Cheetos all the time because I know that they're there and I can have it. Before I end this video, I'd love to just throw out one more research that I was researching on eating disorders, that women who eat or in a positive environment will display those characteristics while they're eating and onto their self, and that if you have a positive environment, that will reflect on yourself, and that intuitive eating just works on your hunger cues. It works on viewing foods as nothing but fuel for your body, and it also works on your self-esteem. And I'm not hating myself or feeling guilty about myself, but now I'm having a positive outlook on food. I love new spices and I'm enjoying it. I view food as just food. That's simple. I've stopped comparing myself with other people. I've stopped posting progress photos because I'm the same person in both photos. I'm Rebecca. I am that strong, confident girl who loves everything and wants to know so much more about food. In this video, I've talked about my struggles with food and the way that I viewed food, and I hopefully help some of you guys out. Intuitive eating is not a diet. Yes, it's helped out my confidence and my self-esteem, and it's great because I can have so much more to eat and so enjoy food. And I definitely think that if you deal with some of the problems that I've dealt with, definitely check out about intuitive eating, and hopefully I help some of you guys out. Bye guys.